Hello, my name is Rich Hart. Hey, welcome to another segment. All right, today what's up, we're going to be talking to you live from our studios in Atlanta, Georgia. My name is Rich Hart, and today we're going to be talking about the business of the generations. Marketing, that really makes a difference or really matters in the perspective of how and who we're marketing to, and why the generational marketing concept is a must for today's real estate professionals. So the question is, why is understanding the generations, habits, resources, learning, buying habits, all right, moving, location, wants, needs, why is it extremely important for us as real estate professionals, all right, in our business today? You got to think about it. We've seen a tremendous amount of change over the past years, during several administrations through, and even just over the past many months, all right, of getting out into this perspective of getting rid of 2020. How about that, huh? But in this identification going forward, the business of the generations should be one of the things that we hold near and true to our heart as real estate professionals, and how we market, how we direct, how we infuse the skills, knowledge, tools, and techniques of our business based upon the experience and the education that we drive, knowing our sphere of influence and knowing our particular farming communities, and really diving down, all right, to capturing the essence of what is it we do as real estate professionals. One report, which I think is very important, is this. This is the 2020 Home Buyers and Seller Generations Trends Report that's put out by the National Association of Realtors. Now, why is this report important? Why is this? Because it helps us understand how individuals themselves are purchasing, buying, selling, listing, okay, which I'm going to talk about in just a second, all right, real estate today, and how they look at the value of real estate based upon the generations. Very conclusive report. One of two things, too. Hey, if you want the report, just send us an email at info@richhart.com, info@richhart.com, and Jennifer would be more than happy to send a report out to you. Or if not, you can obtain it. It's a free report, okay? Go to realtor.org and go into field guides, anywhere. Just type in 2020 Home Buyers Generational, Sellers Generational Trends Reports, and pull up the report. It is pertinent reading, all right? Must read, all right, to really start to manage the dynamics of our platform going forward. And so spending, buying habits, teaching, learning, developing, consumers, your clients, maybe prospects or future clients going forward, understanding how messages resonate and how your knowledge of the industry really starts to talk and speak through your words or your communication. Several programs before, we've talked about this relationships. We've talked about reaching individuals through different types of podcast, audio casting, video casting, or maybe through collecting the relationship, all right, through trust, friendship, and communications out here, okay? But now we're talking about the silent GI generations. We're talking about the baby boomers. We're talking about millennials. But we're talking about the individuals themselves that are currently looking to buy or list real estate. I often change the conversation up. And now knowing that I'm going across certain generational boundaries, especially from the senior to the baby boomers, all right, that my conversation based upon real estate is not about buying and selling no more. The conversation becomes now to the fact of what we're doing about our investments. Think about this, folks, okay? As real estate professionals, if we're on the listing side, okay, what is our job? Our job is to market the property in the best of light, to bring the most ready, willing, able buyer to the table so we can exchange the ownership of real estate from one party to another. That's our job. We're the facilitators. We're the individuals in the middle to help make this transaction seamless, easy, affordable, possibly, serviceable without any doubts at all, but a great relationship and a great experiences going forward. Now, keeping that all in mind, okay, that's the reason why it's what I do in my world, my businesses, all right? Been in real estate since 2002. I've been instructing through the National Association since just about that time. The reason why I got into real estate, because there was an opportunity for me to gain access to helping people with home ownership, owning a piece of the dream. and then later on realize themselves after that and giving them that opportunity of getting a piece of the dream. That's when I got into the financial services arena and really working with retirement, okay, and really working with the concepts of how money really works. And that's our WealthWave side. And you'll see some excerpts of that too as well. WealthWave is all about how we teach people about money, what this rule of 72 is all about, what the opportunity of compounding really works, and how money really works in our systems. Real estate, getting into one of the largest investments that somebody's going to make in their lifetime. I wanted to be able to help them protect that investment for long term. And so within the dynamics of what we do and what I do down here, from the relationship of real estate, financial service, and business developments, and our motivational sides, and engagement sides to helping people through transitioning, I become a transition specialist, investment specialist. So the terminologies are going to start the same, change, but the process is going to be about the same. So as we start taking a look at the generations themselves, we have the silent GA, or maybe it's just senior generations. They see things differently. All right, they've been on the front lines of wars. They've been on the front lines of the growth in technologies. They've been on the front lines of seeing and working and developing or living in different types of conditions. We now head into our baby boomers. And our baby boomers have seen things differently too as well, grasping onto the technologies, changing and developing resources. They were our largest buying group over many, many years. But things have changed. Several years ago itself, when the millennials now started coming and cropping up, all right, to taking over, all right, the percentage from the baby boomers. And so now we're dealing with three different generations in our real estate market right now that have three different perspectives on real estate, have three different views, have three different experiences on working and developing in the confines of real estate, and how that is, whether it is a home purchase or a home selling, or perhaps a home investment for long-term retirement. And so how we position ourselves and the conversations that we make are going to be extremely important, especially across the generations. And so I know one thing for sure, against all these generations themselves, conversations have certainly changed. The way they obtain their information has definitely changed. And the way they make decisions has definitely changed. And so we've seen some ups and downs in a cycle. We've seen some good times and bad times within the real estate confines. But, when it really comes down to it, from what we do in the perspective of providing all the skills, knowledge, tools, techniques, the experience, the knowledge, and the know-how, to guiding individuals to the right investment, guiding individuals through proven success, is going to be the key going forward. I can say that through these three generations themselves, there are three factors that come into play. It's going to be loyalty, it's definitely going to be patience, and it's definitely going to be relationships. So think about those three things. Think about those three particular points when you start talking about the business of the generations and how your next client and the type of generation pool that they sit in and what's most important to them. You're going to see the wants and needs changing. All right, the wants and needs themselves that I'm seeing nowadays are not parallel. All right, wants and needs need to be parallel. I could want a Mercedes-Benz, but I need a Ford Pinto, all right, to get around. I may be dating myself as a baby boomer. But here, wants and needs themselves are going to change. Requirements are going to change. Important factors and decisions are going to change. And we need to stay up on top of this business of the generations. When we're developing a marketing standpoint, marketing development, all right, that really cross-generates, cross-pollinates. And I can say definitely myself that loyalty, patience, and relationships are going to be three of the most important binders. One thing I definitely want to say out here is that if you hadn't had the opportunity to take your SRS, your Seller Representative Specialist, or your SRES, Senior Real Estate Specialist, those are two particular courses that we dive down into the generations a little bit more deeper, all right, than some of the other courses. I think it's extremely important that people understand that. But there are other courses such as real estate investment and how the investment, all right, or be an investor yourself, or perhaps pricing strategy advisor, PSA. And that's a very important course. So if the generations, the business of generations is very important for you, and marketing matters in the difference of really connecting, all right, with your client, and why generational marketing is a must, then I would probably recommend, this is my recommendation, to make sure you have your SRS, Seller Representative Specialist, your SRES, Senior Real Estate Specialist, your RE Investment and being an investor yourself, and your PSA, your Pricing Strategy Advisor. All right? We're knowing the marketplace and knowing the directives and knowing across generations themselves that we're going to be answering a lot of questions in regards to what decisions and what information we put forth and the type of information we put forth in the plan of positioning. And I think those are going to be extremely important. So when we're looking at the business of the generations, okay, please don't discount this. Really start to set up a plan going forward of the types of people themselves, one that you like to work with, individuals themselves you enjoy working with, and individuals that you really want to work with. And you will find, okay, that we're not only looking for individuals themselves that can fog a mirror and have a heartbeat, but we're looking for individuals themselves that we can work, we can relate through the areas of opportunity, that we can transfer our knowledge. I often refer to this as the 3R principle: receive, retain, release. Receive it in for your learning, retain it for your understanding, and then release it out to as many others as you possibly can. So think about this. Think about the business of the generations. Think about how you're going to be marketing across those generations, and knowing that loyalty, patience, and relationship, and how you build and how you develop that going forward through the generations is very important. Remember about the 2020? I'm hoping the 2021 report is going to be coming out here because I'm looking forward to that. The Home Buyers, Sellers, and Generational Trends Report. Like I said, if you need a copy, please don't hesitate. We will send it out to you right away. info@richhart.com. Just ask for Jennifer. She'll be more than happy to send you out the electronic copy right there. But if not, you want to find out anything you want to know about real estate, the National Association of Realtors has done a great job of bringing that to you. So, in this segment, Business of Generations, I want to thank you very much for joining me. If there's any additional information that we can help you out with, please feel free to reach us at any time at 888-966-0878. That's 888-966-0878. You'll reach us directly at the studios, all right? Or, again, info@richhart.com. That's info@richhart.com. We look forward to talking and speaking with you, and I look forward to seeing you real soon. Thank you very much, and have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye now.